wanted to go over the technique of doing what we call a long stretch. Now I'm going to put a red and a yellow spring on. More tension is going to be more helpful. Less tension is going to be more challenging. I'm going to start the position from our knees because we have a lot of our clients do this position from the knees. In other words, the shorter lever will be easier than the longer lever, which will be more challenging. So starting on the knees to build the stability through your shoulder girdle and your abdominals is key. So notice here that I've got my toes on my mat and my heels back against the shoulder rest, and then I'm in a straight line from my knees to the top of my head. I don't have my bum sticking out, and I don't have my shoulders up by my ears. What I want to do is push into my arms, lift through my tummy, and then my pelvis and my ribs are in alignment. Can you see that they're stacked? They're not out from each other. Here it's always a good idea to do a little of what you don't want to do to get that differentiation from what you do want to do. So you could just let your sternum sink towards the floor and then pushing through the arms, widen across the shoulder blades. So I always self-cue thinking strong arms, strong abdominals. So the alignment is key and the setup is everything. So once you've got a straight line from your knees to the top of your head, you can start to move through, and all I'm doing is from the front of my shoulders, I inhale and press back, and exhale, I come in. Now what I'm thinking about when I come in is not my body going forward. I think about the crown of my head going up towards the ceiling. So I stay lifted and strong. I inhale to go back. As I exhale, I focus on my arms being strong, my abdominals lifting, and the energy of my spine through the crown of my head going up the ceiling. Now, if I wanted to do a full body plank, I would come up and my toes creep forward, my heels are back. And when I watch, I don't lock out my arms. So I'm just going to let the tips of my elbows rotate to face the side wall. And again, I want to be in a straight line. So your pelvis almost feels weightless here. If it's up here, you're piped. You see now I'm flexed at my hips. And if I'm too low, I've got a lot of load on my shoulders, my wrists, and my low back. So I want to push through my arms, lift through my tummy, and be in that position in my pelvis where I feel almost weightless. And then I do the same thing. Inhale and exhale. As I come forward, I cue in my mind's eye my heels to reach back against the shoulder rest as the crown of my head lengthens across the opposite side of the room. Same thing, strong arms, strong abdominals, and notice that my pelvis and ribs are nicely lined up. So that is the long stretch. I hope that you found that helpful.